Top of the day, great lovely people of Biafra. We are back again with a very important news. We saw this news as a news that was directed to these politicians, and we didn't want to share it, but people have started misconstruing the message that the Prime Minister wants to pass across. The message reads: announcement. Those criminals, politicians, and traditional rulers who are now jumping up and shouting negotiation with Nigeria after sabotaging the Biafra liberation are warned never to speak again. The warning will not come again. This is the last warning. None of you have the mandate to speak for Nnamdi Kanu or Biafrans. We will not have mercy at anyone negotiating anything from tonight. The Biafra Republic in exile remain the only legitimate entity to do that. Those idiots now taking center stage and shouting negotiations should stay away or you disappear. Biafrans are not joking. This is not the era of Wazirike or the time of IPOB Nigeria. And people are misconstruing this information to be that Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic of Nigeria, does not want Nnamdi Kanu to be released, which is a very big fallacy, a very big lie. The important message inherent in this message that we have read is that we know from time immemorial that these politicians are just rubber stamp. They are just playing to the gallery. They are not ready for real negotiations. Remember, their negotiations did not start today. They will always play politics with these negotiations, and that is the reason why the Prime Minister has come out to give them stern warning. The main message in this is: if you are trying to play politics with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, stay clear. That is the message in this message. If you know you are going to go there to play politics with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is better you stay clear. This is the time for us to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and we would not want anybody to play politics with his release. And so you know that these politicians, these governors, these traditional rulers have been going from time immemorial. Last year they went, last 2 years they went. That is how they continue to go to Aso Rock in the name of going to converse with these people for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But at the end, you see them coming back with envelope and making requests for other things instead of the main thing that they went there for. And so this warning is going directly to them, not to play politics with the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the major message, the crux of the message inherent in this post that the Prime Minister made. And many of them are misconstruing, trying to create propaganda with this piece of information that is very clear for people with sound mind and reasoning to capture. But let us go into another news. Listen.
And commit crimes. And I say without fear of contradiction that we expect that Mr. President and his team will listen to this call and do the needful, which is the release of Nnamdi Kanu.
All right. Well, you know that Senator Abaribe has expressed strong belief that the Attorney General of the Federation would persuade the federal government to release the separatist leader. And Abaribe revealed that Kanu, whom he had visited at the Department of State Services, is willing to comply with any conditions set by the authorities for his release. Now, based on a particular newspaper called Newsban newspaper, they actually of the note that one of the conditions that will be presented to Kanu for his release will be for him to go underground and never speak on on his franchise radio, which is about the agitation for the Biafran movement, and that he would openly denounce and disband the Eastern Security Network. So also he is to completely dissociate himself from Simon Ekpa, and of course who has been enabling, the pursuit of his release, and that the federal government is to launch a decisive operation against Simon Ekpa. That's basically what Nnamdi Barbie is disclosing, because he just met with Nnamdi Kanu within the DSS custody, and that they're speaking with the Attorney General of the Federation on his release. What's your take on this?
I do not think there is need to comment on speculations.
Okay.
The government has not presented the conditions to Nnamdi Kanu, and it will not be fair to begin to insinuate what the government should present and what the government should not present.
No, it's not an insinuation. It's what Abaribe is saying. He said, yes, Nnamdi Kanu will be released, but I can't tell the actual time. His release will come with a lot of stringent conditions. He will not speak on Radio Biafra again. ASN will be disbanded. Kanu will also dissociate himself from Simon Ekpa. These are some of the conditions that will be presented to him. This was a source that revealed to this Newsband newspaper based on the visit of Abaribe to the DSS custody meeting with Nnamdi Kanu. And remember last week, I remember I had a conversation with you where I said that it is possible that this will be one of the conditions that they will put on ground in the negotiation for him.
So now you have heard little information, snippets of informations are now coming out on what the government wants to give Nnamdi Kanu as conditions for his release. And that is why you see Abaribe saying that Nnamdi Kanu is ready to accept any condition. And you begin to wonder, why will a man as knowledgeable as Abaribe come out to make this kind of statement, knowing fully well what that word means, that any condition? So if you ask Nnamdi Kanu to cut off his legs, and that is the condition for him to be released, he is going to cut off because you have come out to say he is ready to accept any condition. That is preposterous, that is unacceptable, that is outrageous to be even accepted in the first place. And we will not sit and listen to this nonsense. We will not sit and accept this nonsense, and we will not sit and keep quiet when propaganda lies against Nnamdi Kanu is being purported or channeled into the media space. We must challenge every news that comes out from these politicians, because these people only care about their pockets, they only care about their welfare, they only care about what will make them increase. They only care about finances. They don't care about tomorrow. They don't care about their future. They don't care about the future generations. They don't care about giving a life befitting of the standards of what the future generations should enjoy. They don't care about those things. All they care about is their current condition, their current pocket, their current welfare. And that is why a man will come out and say that another man has accepted any condition, which means anything whatsoever you present to him that is ready to accept it. That is preposterous. That is unacceptable. And that is a very big fallacy. A very big fallacy. Nnamdi Kanu will never accept that kind of condition. And so we are putting it to each and every one of them. And that is why you see the Prime Minister coming out to say these people do not have the legitimacy, they do not have the mandate of the Biafran people to speak for Nnamdi Kanu or Biafrans. Because you have heard you have heard the nonsense they are spewing. And now look at, from the snippet of informations that are fleeting on the ground, look at the conditions that they are placing on Nnamdi Kanu. That he will not speak on his franchise again. He will not talk about Biafra again. He will disband ESN and completely, close down whatever defense system he has for the people of Biafra. And oh my goodness, these are very preposterous, these are very outrageous demands. Well, let Nnamdi Kanu come out first. Whatever demand they want to place on him, let them place. Let him come out first. Once he come out, we will continue from where we stopped. What nonsense. What nonsense. all these politicians are very crazy. They are crazy people. Yeah. Somebody will think that Abaribe would have some level of maturity, sense, and wisdom in him, but look at the kind of thing he comes out to speak. And that is how they will be fanning the embers of fire and everything underground, because they want to continue to eat from the sufferings and the wickedness meted on each and every Biafran. They want to continue to eat on the sweat of Biafrans. They do not want a collective growth of all Biafrans. They want just their selective growth. They want their personal growth and not a collective growth of everyone. They want people to continue to bow to them and to beg them for food. That is not going to be possible. We are changing the course of things, and we shall continue until we achieve full freedom. It is Biafra first, eyes on the rising sun. Thank you for listening. Udo Dirono.